Hello, I'm Darcy.
I'm Brian.
And we are the Stay-at-Home Gamers. And tonight we are going to talk about starting a family game night. So if you have not had a family game night tradition or you aren't playing as regularly as you would like to, we want to share some tips to help you out with that. And if you have any questions, certainly put those in the comments and we will do our best to address those. My first piece of advice, if you want to start a family game night tradition, is to start by picking a date.
It's helpful.
Yes. It doesn't have to be something that you do every week. I mean, you could just start off maybe picking one day a month, something like that. You know, we're busy people. Mm-hmm. Everyone is busy. So until you can kind of get it into your normal routine, you know, just kind of ease it in there. But the easiest way to make sure that you do it is to put it on your calendar.
Yes.
Because then it's much easier.
Or note on the fridge or something you see all the time.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes I'm like, oh, we're going to do this. But then I don't put it on my calendar or we don't have it posted somewhere. And then it keeps getting put off or something else comes up. But that way, if it's on the calendar, we all know this is what we're doing today. Mm-hmm. And I especially do that when we're getting together with our friends for a game night because we want to make sure that we don't plan anything else during that time so that we can go hang out with them.
Yep.
So that would be my first tip. And then the other thing is to pick how long you want to have it. Are you going to just kind of pick maybe 30 minutes, an
Lots
hour?
Of games that fit in there.
Yes. Because knowing how long you're going to plan for helps you figure out how many games you're going to play or the types of games you're going to look for. Are you going to look for a shorter game or are you going to look for a longer game? Because if you only have like 30 minutes to get together, there's some games that's going to be really hard to play because they take longer. So if you want to make sure that you're able to finish it, then you want to stick with a shorter game or time. And depending on the age of your kids,
that's true.
Attention span is also something to keep in mind. You could have a longer time, but then you might want to factor in like 2 short games or something like that. Because then it keeps them more engaged because you're changing what you're doing. We've kind of seen that with them. As they've gotten more used to it, like their attention span is longer with games and stuff. But
that game at the night or day at the game store. We were there for a while, but we were changing games.
Yes.
And if one game was going too long, we're like, well, let's move to another one.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it helped kind of keep them focused instead of losing them completely. You need to decide if you're going to choose the game ahead of time or if you're going to wait until your family game night to choose the game. There's
mystery game.
It could be a mystery game. I mean, it
could be a new game you got in the mail or in a box.
Right. And there's pros and cons to it. You know your family best, so you're going to know what works for them. Sometimes it works for us to decide together, like at the time that we're going to play, what are we going to play? But sometimes it doesn't work so well because then we spend too much time deciding what to play or arguing about what to play. And then we don't have as much time to actually play. And if you definitely want to make sure that when you sit down to have your game night and you use that time to spend together, you can have it picked ahead of time.
You don't want to spend all the time deciding which game to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could just make the decision like this is the game we're going to play, or even if you narrowed it down to like 2, and then that day like, okay, it's this one or this one. And you could also do a family vote.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Electoral college.
Majority vote. You could also, especially if you're starting to have them more regularly, you could rotate who picks.
Yeah.
So maybe this Friday the oldest child picks, and then next time mom picks, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah,
so
get their favorite games.
Yeah. So it's a good way to trade it off, especially if there are a lot of different people that'll be playing and they have different preferences and you want to make sure to keep everybody happy. My biggest tip though is for you as the adult to learn the game ahead of time.
Yeah, it does help. It
has made a huge difference with our kids for us to know the game ahead of time. even if at least one of us knows the game ahead of time,
Yep.
preferably both of us.
You don't have to play it either, as long as you kind of look it over and go, oh, I get it.
Yeah. So we have found that whole attention span thing, the kids don't like sitting through being taught the game while we're learning it.
Yeah, because then they go, oh, well, not that. Okay, well, we change this. No, I was wrong. And
Well, that, and they don't like to sit there and have the rules read to them.
yeah.
They just want to play. Like, they're just like, can't we just play? And I'm like, well, I don't know how to play it.
Do the same thing with video games. You know, read the instructions. Or,
That's
what to
true.
do? You totally missed it. You just showed it to you and you totally ignored it.
You know, I'm like, they're important. It's important to know. But we have found that it helps so much if we learn the game first, especially if we can run through the game together first. But if you don't have that kind of time, I totally understand. But if you can at least have a chance to look through instructions, maybe watch a video. We do have videos for some games on how to play them.
Or whatever, yeah.
And I mean, that's even something that you could watch with everyone. It's to have everyone just kind of get up to speed as well. But any way that you can to try to make that learning time shorter, because like with them, if we already know the game, we can tell them the basics much faster than reading through the rules, and then we can start playing and then just kind of help them through their turn, show them what to do. So like a lot of times, and I mean, we do this with our friends, like a lot of times when we're teaching them a game, we'll go first so that we can kind of show them how to go through. Like we do kind of like a practice round or whatever, so that they can see how to play, which often helps them, especially kids, pick it up faster.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've noticed with ours. I would say that has made a huge...
It's less whininess in the beginning. Longer attention span. You get into the game right away.
I mean, I think that's pretty much what she would say, too. It's like, I just want to play. And I'm like, well, we're trying to do that.
Yeah.
So that's made it so much easier now. Snacks.
keep them from being hangry.
Yeah. You don't want hangry gamers.
No.
What are some of your favorite game night snacks?
Something that's not messy. Like popcorn or
Yeah.
like that. Potato chips.
Yeah. Easier stuff. Unless you're taking a break where you're kind of like away from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want...
Finger food.
I don't want stuff all over the games. I don't want stuff getting
on the cards,
spilled.
yeah. Nothing greasy.
So, I mean, you'll have to figure out, especially depending on how long you're getting together, whether you're going to have stuff that you snack on and stuff during the game, or if you're going to kind of have a break and do that and then go back to the game. We've done both things.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a little bit of a messier, like if you're having like chips and salsa or something.
Yeah. I want that on there.
You don't want that like getting all over the game board or all over the cards, but it's nice for a little break. And then especially if you're like transitioning between two different games, it's kind of nice, like, okay, we pack up this game, have a break,
have some pizza,
have something to
come
eat.
back.
Yeah, and then play some more. Which, if you aren't sure about like trying to figure out the timing, like where are we going to fit this in the day? As an example, like a Friday night around dinner time is actually a good time to have a family game night, because you can play a bit, eat, play
we
a
did
bit.
that. We had a couple get-togethers with people, and then we play games, then we'd eat, and then we'd play some more games.
So it doesn't have to be like a 3-hour block of time in the night or something like that, or even like on the weekend during the day, just whatever.
We've done that. Yeah.
Works for your family in terms of everyone's schedule and activities and things like that. And then, of course, have fun.
Yeah. I said in my tweets, I said, a lot of times the tradition, you don't have to like try to make a tradition, just do it, and it usually just kind of
becomes
by
one.
time it just becomes a tradition on its own. You might have to be trying to do that.
Right.
So, yeah, it's not like it's difficult or a special secret to it or anything like that.
Nope. No, I think sometimes, I mean, I, again, am guilty of this. Sometimes we overthink things, and, sometimes that can make it difficult for us to do something that we want to do. But I think it's nice to have, like, a regular fun night. Like, it's nice to have a regular game night if you can start working that into your schedule.
I mean, we had not family one, we had the friend game thing where we
used to rotate on a
for a while, it had some issues where it slowed down and we couldn't do it, but we're going to get back and do it again. So
And that was like a monthly thing.
Yeah, and if that happens where you don't do it for a while, it's not done. You just have to
Nope.
restart it again.
But I know for some people, like, doing weekly is tough. So, I mean, even if it's just once a month that you do that with your family.
Once a quarter.
And then, or once a quarter. But, like, once a month, maybe every other week or something like that. And then, if you guys are really loving it, you can either...
Every day.
Yes. But, I mean, you can also extend the time. Like, if you're starting out just doing a 30-minute, maybe you go for an hour. Mm-hmm. And then you could increase the time. You could have it every week. You could have it multiple times a week. And then you never know. You might become like us where it's practically every day. But with us doing it practically every day, we don't sit down and plan it out like we did in the past.
It's like a game. Okay.
It's just, it's more of a, okay, that's what we're doing right now. Kind of thing.
Basic tips on...
Quick and easy tips on getting started having regular family game night. And then you can use the same tips if you're doing that with your friends, whether or not there's kids involved.
Yeah, there's kids involved.
You can have game nights with your
Same thing
friends.
with adults. You need to be eating or you're going to get hangry.
Right. You need...
Short attention spans. So.
Yes. Though, then I would suggest maybe having some cocktails or wine or, some adult beverages on hand if you're just getting it together without the kids. But then you can also get together with other families and you can have the adults and the kids together and play games.
Kids play on their own. And,
yeah. We've done all of the above. Drop in your questions if you have any on
which games work best.
That.
Good starter games, good intro games.
Yes, because
there's a post-pop coming.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes, because there's definitely some games that I would recommend more when you're having a larger group. If you're getting together, like with another family.
You don't want to jump into a role player like the first time.
Right.
I mean, it's fun, but they'll overwhelm people.
And it's going to take over an hour.
Yeah.
But
your ticket to rides and your hero rums and whatever.
Yes.
Quick.
There's some good intro ones. And I do have a post that's actually on the other blog that has, I know. I have a post on darcyandbrian.com that has like 10 games that you can play in 20 minutes or less with your kids. So I will link that in the comments later. And then, we have different recommendations of games on stayathomegamers.com. We're always happy to help give you recommendations if you
just message us. Or
actually, you should join our group.
Oh, there we go.
We now have a Facebook group. It's Positive Family Gaming with Stay at Home Gamers. And you can find it somewhere on our page because it's like linked there. Otherwise, if you just search for Positive Family Gaming, you will find it on Facebook.
Facebook.com/groups/stayhomegamers.
Yes, that is the other way you can find it, and I will link it in the comments below as well.
That one we can have interaction and
so you can
all that stuff,
can ask directly in there for recommendations. You can share what you're working on, and if you need some additional inspiration or motivation or whatever you want to call it, we also have started. Ta-da! Family Game Night Challenge. So you can get this...
It's a game in itself.
It is. You can get this handy printout by joining our newsletter, which is linked somewhere on the page here on our Facebook page. But you can also go to stayathomegamers.com and I think it says Family Game Box on the menu. Well, it does say Family Game Box on the menu. But if you click there and enter into that form... Really any of the newsletter forms, but that one specifically, you will get this when you get your confirmation email. You click to subscribe and download, and you will get a copy of this that you can print out. So you can use this as inspiration for thinking of different games to play and things to do.
See which one you hit.
I mean, you could. So you can try to fill it all, which would be fantastic.
Awesome, I'll play along with you.
But some of the things that are on here are things like, play a card game, play a cooperative game, play a game with teams, things like that. So there's lots of different ways to complete this challenge. You can post about it, share it with us in the group. You can also post about it on Instagram or Twitter with our hashtag, which is #StayAtHomeGamers, and we will see it and be sure to like it, comment, and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. But the really cool thing is, since we are working on our family game box, if you complete all of this, and share that with us. So in the group, you have to be in the group to do this part. So if you complete all of this and you post your completed one, you'll be entered in to win a free family game box. So you've got plenty of time to work on that right now.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to get started with it. And then, yeah, it'll be fun so that everyone can be working on this. We will be working on it as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, we're very excited for you to see it.
I'm just very excited to be like sharing family game night stuff and talk with you guys about it.
Been under wraps for a while, so it's...
It is. I put in an order today, but I can't tell you what I ordered yet. Mm-hmm. But I started ordering some stuff that's going to go in it. But we'll be able to talk more about it in the group, so definitely want to join that. And then make sure you sign up for our email so that you can get this printable so that you can work on the Family Game Night Challenge along with us and everybody else that's working on it. So, this Thursday...
Are we...
Oh, sorry, what?
Oh, Thursday. I was talking about Thursday. I'm not pretty sure I know what it is, right?
Yes. So this Thursday, we are going to go back to the island.
Forbidden Island Revisited?
We're going to play Forbidden Island.
Correctly
this time, because we played it wrong last time.
We meant to do it. I meant to show you how to play it wrong.
Because...
Even Game Right wasn't on it.
His mistakes are an opportunity for learning.
The more you know.
Yes. Whatever. I don't remember
Game
how
Right commented on it, didn't they?
They said something about...
Good job, team, or good try.
Good try, or something like that, yeah. So, I was going to have us go to the desert, but since we botched our island trip so badly, we're going to go back to the island and try that again.
New team of 4 or 2.
Team of 4.
No, I meant 4. Yeah.
Not unless we're each playing 2. That would... I can't... No.
Let's not, 2.
Let's not do that. No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it correctly. And hopefully that means we win. But playing correctly does not guarantee a win. Join us here on Facebook at 9 p.m. Central so you can see whether or not we survive the island. And then next Tuesday, we are going to talk about what to do if your kid doesn't want to play. Which...
happens.
It does. So we're going to talk about that. Especially if you're trying to have, a regular game night. I don't want you to get frustrated. So we're going to talk about that. That's the dog.
Thirsty.
The island is flooded.
Yeah. Sound effects for next. Thanks for watching, commenting.
Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you at the next game.